Dr. Lonzen, we've had engagements with you on the platform, the summit, and you've also been very active, even as the managing editor for the Pan-African Review magazine and online media platform. You've written extensively about the democracy model in Rwanda. But as you give us your thought process, what's running in your mind, I want us to also reflect back in the journey of building that system 30 years later. Prof. PLO says it's not a one-size-fits-all. All of us have different and unique systems. But sometimes, like you said, there are forces that sometimes want to impose, for lack of a better word, a one-size-fits-all standard, especially for democracy. Talk to us a bit what's running on your mind right now, 30 years later.
Thank you, Anangwe. So, if adversarial politics set the context for genocide, it would be irrational to continue adversarial politics in the post-genocide setting. So it only makes sense that the nature of politics would have to shift from what was a key factor in the setting of the genocide. Therefore, actually this was part of the constitutional making process in Rwanda. In the constitutional making process, during the consultations, when the consultations were taken to the people, and the word was used for political parties, the people did not want this. They said, we don't want political parties, because they understood political parties with adversarial interactions. Because they said, those people are the ones who brought us problems. We killed each other because they told us to kill, and it started with them, those parties. Yeah? So they don't want political parties. So it was taken back, redrafting. The question was set up differently. They said political organizations. They said, okay, the political organizations, they work together. Oh, that is fine. That is okay. It's okay. So the working together to solve problems or find solutions for the country. In the constitutional making process, the people of Rwanda approved that, but they did not want political parties because they, in their mind, these are contentional adversarial entities that are there to incite them to do bad. So now, the interesting part also about post-genocide Rwanda is that those who seek to promote democracy in Rwanda, they identify with adversarial politics because that is the kind of politics they practice in their homes. So they want to export that politics in Rwanda because it's the only form of politics they accept is democracy. Anything that is not like what they practice at home is illegitimate to them. Therefore, anybody that naturally, in their view, makes the Rwandan political system illegitimate because it does not look like theirs, because it is not adversarial like the kind they practice at home. And if the political system is illegitimate, that means they cannot support it. That means anybody who is fighting that political system will be supported. They will support anyone ready to fight that political system that they conceive to be illegitimate. Now, especially naturally speaking, the party that is likely to fight that kind of politics is likely to be the kind of party that seeks to bring back the adversarial politics that cause problems. So those who seek to promote politics, democracy in Rwanda, tend to align with forces that seek to bring back the kind of politics that cause problems in the first place.
Right.
Yes.
While you still have the mic, there's been that notion then, going by what you said and what we've heard from the previous two speakers, that kind of model stifles voices of dissent and also does not allow for new candidates, for example, we are heading to an election, and President Paul Kagame has accepted the nomination to be the flag bearer again. And that is causing jitters in some corners. And the argument is, you've overstayed. And I want you to just school us a bit on that notion and what misconception has been there that you'd want to correct today.
Well, again, freedom of speech must be in context. In this case, if you're talking about politics and political parties, the objective of politics must be constructive, just like the people in the constitution making process articulated. So if freedom is destructive, then there's nowhere in the world in which that kind of freedom is acceptable. Therefore, if you're talking about freedom of speech, to what objective is that freedom of speech? Is it to incite people to do genocide? Is it to introduce the kind of politics that brings back confrontation in a kind of society that is recovering from this kind of tragedy, in whose memories are still fresh about the causes of the experience they suffered? So the definition of speech must be relevant to the experiences that people face or went through.